Welcome to Late to the Show. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today, yes, it's here. We're gonna open up the PlayStation 5 and see what you can do with it and what's available when you buy it. Now, this was the one with the actual bay, so we got the larger one. You know, it's a little chubbier, but because we want to be able to transfer some stuff faster, sometimes watch some movies, Blu-ray, the next generation. But it's an outdated source, but still. We're gonna go ahead and check it out, see what you get, and let's go ahead and take a look. Controllers here, cables, paperwork. There we go. Huge sucker. This is a huge system. We're talking about a couple of feet. There you go. So here's the PlayStation 5. You guys can see it. Big unit. You got a Type C in the front and on a USB. I'm not quite sure which one it is. Now there's an eject button here, and you can hardly see it. And then there's a power button, of course, on this side. Now this one looks like one of the Apex towers that we make fun of. We call it PlayStation 5, but it looks like pretty much like a tower. Nice ventilation. Now you got USBs out here. These are 3.0. Because they're either 3.1 or 3.0. I'm not quite sure, but they're blue. LAN setting, the LAN connection, and then you got your HDMI, your power, and that's about it. One thing that's missing that I don't see is the optical cable, and that's why I'm a little concerned because pretty much I stream with the optical cable. I have an Astro that takes on the optical, and I'm able to plug in, but today it's not in here, and if you can see. Two USBs, LAN, HDMI, and then you got the power supply here. That's pretty much what it is. So it's a bummer. Yeah, it's from here. There we go. So you lift it up from here and you move it to the right, and it exposes a fan. You guys can see it. This is pretty much the fan system and everything you need to do it. But we're gonna open it up from the other end too, because that's the most important part that we need. So the only reason I opened it up is to show you guys exactly where you have to clean some of the stuff. So make sure you guys clean, because everything that's sucking in here, if you have it in a bad area, it's gonna suck in all the cotton balls, all the dust particles. So keep this clean. This is part of the fan. I'm not gonna open in depth and stuff because it's been unboxed already, but I'm just showing you guys maintenance on the system. So let's go ahead and continue. There we go. So you grab it from here in this corner where the CD player is on this side, and you push it back towards you if you're facing on my way here. So basically you push it down from this corner, and then you lift it up. Now this is the most important part that I wanted to talk to you. So let's go ahead and zoom in and bring that camera in here. Well, if you guys are familiar with the PlayStation already, tear down, this is the best thing I like about the PlayStation. So the only reason I got it is because you could do a lot of maintenance yourself and upgrade it yourself. So PlayStation allows you to a limitation of stuff like that. So we're going to take a look and see what you can do on here. So this is the inside of the PlayStation. We're not going to open the plate in the bottom or the power supply or anything. We're just going to show you guys how to clean, maintain your fan. And another very important thing is that you could upgrade this part. So we're going to go ahead and take this apart and upgrade and open it up. But yeah, right now at the current situation, there's no software up unlocked to set up an SSD M.2. So we're going to open it up so you guys can just see what I'm talking about. So basically you just get a Phillips, little tiny bit, and then you take it out. You take this apart. Now this is the most important. This is where you're actually going to add your extra drive in here, your SSD, and it goes up to 80 to 30. So it could be 80 millimeters to 60 millimeters, 42, and the 30 millimeters. So long as you want, the basic one is 80 right now that we have currently at the moment. If you can see, there is no mounts for the actual SSD. You're probably going to have to provide that yourself, but great option just to set up yourself. I mean, if you can see the SSD connection, it's in there, embedded in there. So you slide it in. It's a NVMe, the course connection that you're going to have to buy, SSD that you're going to have to buy. So once you set it up in there and PlayStation unlocks this, you could start storing your games in there. So you could buy 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, 3, whatever it costs, whatever your budget is, pretty much 4. I mean, they're getting cheap every year, every month they're getting cheap. So hopefully by the time they unlock this, you'll be able to get a like a 2 terabyte and transfer all your stuff over to there, or maybe combine it, or I'm not quite sure. But PlayStation is gonna hopefully unlock this feature, and that's something I'm looking forward to right now. And that's one thing I wanted to talk to you guys and show you guys. So let's go ahead and continue on and put this bad boy back together. All right, we push it back in. That's one. We're gonna flip it around. And if you, I don't want to scratch it too much or anything like that, so we're gonna bring the other part. And if you guys see this, these are pointing up, so just basically just slide it in there. You'll find a little clip right there. Just slide it in there and push it in, and that's pretty much what it does. It just locks in, and we're all set up. So we're gonna go ahead and set up the base where it could be flat down, pretty much, so it could be face down. And let's go ahead and bring the rest of the parts that are included in here. Pretty much you just hang this in there and you're all set. No screws necessary. And they do give you the HDMI connection, also included. Short power supply, another USB. This is the USB type C for your actual and the short power supply. And then they give you a controller, of course. On the controller, there's a lot of new changes on it. And I just discovered something on the controller itself. So if you guys can see the material on the controller, if you guys, it's amazing what they did to here. But if you feel like a little rough in, if you zoom in, which I'm gonna see if I could put a picture of it. But if you could zoom in here, you could see some of the Xbox keys like X, O, and stuff like that, part of the logo. It's all in here. It's an Easter egg. It's a hidden Easter egg. If you can see it and feel it here, it's all the logo. I'm not quite sure how they did this mold, but it's incredible that they have their logos, tiny microscopic logos all over the actual controller. And this is crazy. They have the O, the X, the square. Basically, they have all these right here. They have O, X, square, and triangle in here in the microscope, and a microscopic view. So I'm gonna try to see if I can zoom in my camera and take a picture of it and put it up here if you guys want to see it. But this is amazing. The controller is, you know, they changed the controller, not the Xbox. The Xbox is a little lazy. The difference between an Xbox and PlayStation, Xbox, you're gonna have to buy their memory. So when you run out of space on your gaming, you're gonna have to purchase their internal SSD card, which is a slot that they have in there. And to be honest with you, you're gonna pay a lot of money for it, because they're gonna control that. They're gonna monopolize that. Now here, I just show you the SSD slot. You could buy whatever you want. So if you guys like this stuff like this, let me know. I'm your host, Prophet74, and we're out.